going on, YouTube? Got another update going on here. As you can see, got a little bit of construction done. Made a spot for 3 new beds there. Haven't even put the bottom of the platform in on the middle one there. But I did get a new pump. Well, actually, this is the pump from the hydro setup, and I redirected it over here with just a shot of pipe, just temporary setup. This bed is actually up and running right this second. So I actually have yet another bed, and I will be adding 2 more beds here very shortly, probably next week, maybe 1 at a time or so. But also took some more rock and added them to the other gardens. A little bit of wind going. And I grabbed some new plants that are blown over in the wind. I grabbed this pepper here is a Carmen, and I got it because it already has, it's already flowering, and I figure I'm gonna go ahead and get some fruit off that guy real quick. I got another 4-pack of yellow bells that actually you can see there's 3 here, 1, and 2 over there. So that's 7 different plants right there I hope to get out of this guy. I got okra, and these guys are already standing up pretty tall. I always wanted to see what okra will do in the aquaponic garden. I grabbed an eggplant. This sucker was nice and huge, so I grabbed it, and I just figure I'll go ahead and see what we get with an eggplant in an aquaponic system. I grabbed this purple basil here, and figured that would just look really nice. Also, it has 4 of them in this one planter. So I'm going to see if I can go ahead, wash down the roots, and get 4 basils out of this. And maybe I'll do a basil in each of the beds or something like that. The hydro setup, it has been doing really good. As you can see, there's a couple zip ties like right there. Have another one over here. And a bunch of the plants, I have taken a zip tie and put it around there just as a spacer to set it up a little bit out of the water. And because the root masses are getting pretty big, which I said in past episodes, I expected this thing to be clogged up by now. But this one actually is flowering and has some fruit there, and as well as this tomato right here. But yeah, I expected this thing to be clogged up by now, but it's actually still going. It's going great. Just had to lift a bunch of these out of there. I haven't removed any of these holy Brussels here. There's another one right over there. But I haven't removed any of those guys yet, mainly because I was busy with the construction and doing other things, and just haven't gotten around to getting a plant to replace them. So as soon as I get a plant to replace them, then they'll probably be out of there. Actually, I may take some of these yellow bells here in this pack and go ahead and throw them in there. So maybe that'll be done for next week. Moving right along, we got this bed is going really good. My sucker is actually still living, and it's doing, well, it's not dying. So I'm very proud of that. That's the very first sucker, or clone, or whatever you want to call it. That was a sucker from the plant. The other one that was right there, it's gone. So that one failed. I also decided to try to clone a, right here, this is an apple, part of my apple tree. I just cut it at a 45, threw it in here, and that little tiny one with the leaves is the pear. So I threw them both in there. If they do anything, wow, that's just crazy, and I can't believe it. And if they died, well, that's what I expected anyway. My other tomatoes here, as you can see, they're all starting to flower and looking all pretty, and expect them to actually start producing some fruit here very shortly. Still got the same plumbing going on here. Everything is pretty much the exact same. The exception, I did put a shutoff right over here on this bed, just because it was getting more water, and I wanted to regulate the flow into the strawberry bed. And the strawberries are doing awesome as well. As you can see, I even have some fruit popping out on the outside, a bunch of them on the inside, and they're still going. Now we're into July now, and it's still fruiting. Alrighty, and then over here on my hydro setup, as you can see, that tomato's pulled out of the water there a little bit. Let's see how much water we have going in here. Not that much. I removed the aerator. Aerator's all the way down there now, and it's just pretty much sitting in the I guess I'd call it like the stationary tube. That's the one with the least amount of incline on there, with obviously the top being the first, then that one being the least. and I don't know, just needed to add it somewhere, so that's where I threw it for the time being. Probably I don't know what the airflow will be like, but I may take it and tee it off twice. That way I can put one in each of the beds, but we'll cross that bridge when I get there. Alright, we're right back over here where we started, and I got a bunch more work to do, so this is a quick update. So, until next time, later.